Well, good afternoon and welcome to Parnell Park on this bright Sunday afternoon. You're very welcome along for the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final. Fingallians against Clontarf set to get underway here in about 4 minutes' time. Throw-in time is 2:30 and you join us on a glorious Sunday afternoon. Playing conditions absolutely ideal here at the home of Dublin GAA. No wind to speak of. The sun is shining down on the playing surface in wonderful condition for this time of year as well. So we're hopeful that it's all set up for what we hope will be a cracking encounter here in the Senior 2 final for 2023. Paul Clark alongside me. Paul, what are you expecting from today's game?
Good afternoon, Carl. Everything is perfect, set up for it. Unfortunate for the two teams that the game had been put off for a number of weeks, and it's not always helpful that straight after semi-finals they want to play a final. But look, I'd say both teams are prepared, and any players that were injured or carrying knocks are fit and well and ready to play today. I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be very competitive. Both teams nearly at full strength, starting 15 and strong benches, and they're both warming up very well and very competitively.
Yeah, the afternoon is perfect. The teams will be going through their warm-ups out there for the last little while. So let's take a check on some of the items we have for you ahead of throw-in, and we'll look at the Clontarf results first. And I suppose the one that sticks out, Paul, is the fact that these sides met each other in the group stage, and Clontarf did get the better of Fingallians in that game by a single goal, 1-7.
Yeah, that was a very tricky game. It probably doesn't really affect today in certain ways. That day, Paul Flynn got a very, very nasty injury. And I know the people of Fingallians are always very thankful, and they're very thankful that day that they were there to help Noel McCaffrey and Jack McCaffrey and other people. So that day probably doesn't really affect what's going to happen today itself. But Clontarf have been, and Fingallians have been putting up good score lines right through, and fairly commanding in what they're at. They have game plans and game strategies and structures, and I'd say they won't change anything today.
So that's how Clontarf have made their way through to the final. There's the Fingallians results. They did bounce back from that defeat. They had some comfortable wins thereafter against Ballybogle and Naomh Marnock, and then their wins over Donabate and Naomh Olaf to make their way through to today's finals. So they come in looking to make amends for that defeat in round 2. But as Paul says, both teams focused on today's match as opposed to that match a couple of weeks ago. Let's take a check on the teams for you now as well. Our match referee Darren Delaney there in the middle of your picture, getting ready for things to get underway. So there's the Fingallians lineup, and you do mention Paul Flynn, Paul, and that serious injury that he got. Now he is taking part in the warm-up there for Fingallians, but he is listed among the subs today.
Yeah, Fingallians have a fairly similar look to them all the time. O'Reilly in goal is a soccer background. He would have got some game time with Dublin and O'Byrne Cup. Unusual style. He actually doesn't normally use a T for a soccer background. Around the midfield, Danny Campion, I think his wife had his third child during the week, so he might have had a couple of sleepless nights prior to this, but he's tugging out today. Key, I'd look at number 11, Oisin Lynch, really strong player. Didn't play well probably in the semi-final. He's due a good game today. He's a big scorer for them and hugely important. And then Sean O'Neill and Brian Walls are corner forward as well.
And there's the Clontarf 15 today, and I suppose the one notable absentee there, Paul, is the absence of Jack McCaffrey from the Clontarf side today.
Yeah, Jack missing from left half back. What I notice is Matthew McMahon, who normally plays half forward, is named back in the half back line, which then gives that shape. Key to them, Brian Duffy in goal. Very good goalkeeper, good in short kick-outs, and has really good booming kick-out to a half-forward line if needed. Nathan Dorn is at centre half-back, key to them. And then up front, they have scorers really from anywhere. You have Charlie Meehan will be key, and Kieran McKeown.
So they are the two teams. It's going to be Clontarf playing from right to left in this first half in those navy jerseys with the red trim, and Fingallians in the all-white jersey with that red trim, playing from left to right in the opening period here. So we're all set to go. As I say, no real win to speak of for this go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final. The conditions are ideal. Darren Delaney, the match referee, just setting the watch, and away we go for the start of this game. It's immediately almost taken by Leo Cunningham, but Fingallians pick up the loose ball and away they go in a first attack. They're tearing through here, and there's some space for Danny Campion. This is a really good first attack. Oh, that's a goal chance. It's been saved behind for... Well, it's gone through and put behind for a 45, it looks like. But, well, was he going for the goal, or was that a case of trying to go for the point and it didn't quite come off?
I'm glad I said a few months ago he's a good goalkeeper. That's a super save. I think he was going for goal. Teams nowadays look to win the throw up and go and attack straight away and try and get something on the scoreboard. And if you notice there, it actually seemed to take maybe a bit of deflection. He seemed to be going to his left and stuck up his right hand and stopped it from going into the right hand corner.
Great run through the middle from Danny Campion to set it off. The goalkeeper was a little bit off his line, as you say, Brian Duffy, but that's a really strong hand to it. Now it's a case of another goalkeeper up the field. Ian O'Reilly has come forward to take on this 45 for Fingallians. Well, this certainly has the distance now. Has it the accuracy? Well, the answer is no. It's gone to the left and wide, so they come away with nothing. Fingallians from a pretty menacing looking first attack, but interesting start to this game, as Duffy drives his first kick out long. This one hanging in the afternoon sky. A lot of big physical players out there around the middle of the park, and this time Clontarf win possession. Good work from Leo Cunningham. Finds his way out now to Matthew McMahon that Paul referred to in the build up to this game. Now they work it to the far side. The other wing back, Shane Walsh, getting involved. Matthias McDonagh playing it forward. Good build-up play this from Clontarf. Is there a score at the end of it? McDonagh thought about the shot, but instead turns it down in favour of a pass out to his right. Dara Fagan brings it back outside now. Matthew McMahon. Fingallians have set up with 12 players defending this attack, but there's some space now for Kieran McKeown. Oh, that's a good ball inside. Well read though by Jude. Lennon had to read that one well because the attacking forward was inside him there. Had that ball drifted over his head. Now Fingallians trying to clear their lines. This one for Cormac O'Neill all the way back inside his own 45, and the North Dublin club have done really well here to work this one out as far as Lewis Nugent Byrne. That ball sent forward, but he was fouled as he kicked that one, and the referee has spotted that infringement, so it'll be a free from where the ball landed, it looks like. And I think they're calling forward the goalkeeper again.
I think Oisin Lynch normally, would be a free taker for them. He may take this from his hand. He's been a scoring threat for a number of years, even though his young age. And it's surprising that he didn't take the previous 45. And you're right. At that stage, Fingallians did keep players up the pitch. They weren't all dropping back. I think Clontarf have a type of plan that when they defend, they get as many bodies back as they possibly can. So it's going to be a game of.
There is Lynch kicking that one. Has the distance, and this time it has the accuracy as well. Wonderful kick. You called it, Paul. He's well capable of kicking them, and from outside the 45 metre line, he registers the first point of the game. Fingallians lead by a point to no score.
Yes, it's surprising why he didn't go for the 45 himself as well.
Away we go again with this kick out. Battle for it in the middle again. Leo Cunningham doing well for Clontarf. Now there's players over here for Clontarf, and Fingallians looking a bit open. Goal chance here if they square it across. Here's the opportunity. Oh, have they taken a pass too much? That one has gone wide, the umpires say. Well, Clontarf, right from the kick out, they had 4 players over there on the far side, and really they should have come away with at least a point, you feel, from that attack.
Yeah, he tried to play, and again he was being very, very kind to his teammate, trying to get that team score, but when the ball was passed across, there was a number of players on the line, and I don't think the goal was really on, but definitely a point should have been taken.
I think Kevin Lillis there was involved in the latter stages of that attack, the corner forward. That ball has gone out across the sideline. Linesman has spotted that one, and here's the line ball. McMahon getting us back underway. Leo Cunningham has been prominent so far, sending it across as far as Finn McCarrick. Again, Fingallians getting 11, 12 players back in to defend, but they have left 3 players forward. Clontarf finding a way through here. Good exchange of hand passes. They have the advantage here, and well, the referee has pulled it back. I think that ball was sent in and wide at the end of it. They've got the free, Clontarf, just inside the D. But good exchange of hand passes there, cutting through Fingallians' defence. Yeah,
it was. It was quick, and it was fairly sharp. Ball was laid off, and then just a late hit. Referee had a hand up for advantage straight away. So whether it went over, it was a score. If not, it was coming back to give the free.
So Kieran McKeown has the chance here. He had a really good game in the semi-final, and this one's certainly within his range here. And a good opportunity, you feel, for Clontarf to get their first score. 5 minutes played in the opening half. McKeown strikes that one nicely and sends it over the bar. So Clontarf up and running. They get their first point of the match, and we're all square.
It could be a battle of free takers today, because I know both free takers are really good. Kieran has an unusual style that he strikes down on the ball and nearly hits the ball straight every time, rather than putting any sort of curve on it.
Well, it worked on that occasion, and Fingallians now with the kick out. They find cornerback Josh Lowndes, who does well, and now they hold possession inside their own 45-metre line. Clontarf just standing off a little bit. Both of these teams already promoted to the top tier for next season, but silverware on the line here today. Good hand in there from Shane Walsh to force that one out across the sideline. Danny Campion now is looking up for a ball forward, and he's played it forward, but this one will favour the Clontarf defender. Good defending from Callum Ahern, and now Clontarf, away they go again. Down this left-hand flank this time, ball down from Charlie Meehan into the corner. McKeown is there, gathers it at the second time of asking, just being shepherded out towards the 45-metre line. Still McKeown, and now he might take on a shot from here. Instead goes with the pass across to Leo Cunningham. They change the angle of attack. McDonagh coming back inside. This is Morgan Walsh. Meehan. Oh, he spotted a gap, Meehan. He's got it again. This will be a wonderful score if he can get it. Charlie Meehan looking after it anxiously. And in the end, it ends up as a wide ball, but he did really well to weave his way inside a challenge or two.
Yeah, in the previous semi-final he actually started off really well and got it on the scoreboard early, and you could see his confidence growing. That was a great bit of skill. Showed a dummy, took a dummy step down as well, and unlucky to kick it wide left. But like any player, young player, if you can get into the game early and get a score early or create a score, it's great for your confidence. Yeah,
he was impressive in that semi-final win, all right. This is Cormac O'Neill now hugging the right-hand touchline. Comes back outside. This is Coleman Brady. Conor Grimes, and now centre forward Oisin Lynch kicked that free a few moments ago. Ball inside the 45. The whistle was sounded for the attacking mark. Instead the shot comes in. That was from the right boot of Graham O'Brien. Never quite got a hold of it, and straight into the arms of the Clontarf goalkeeper Brian Duffesey, who made that good save in the first minute. Now Clontarf trying to find a way out. This is Nathan Doran as far as Leo Cunningham. And here comes the runner on the inside. Callum Ahern has made some really good ground. He's got a man inside him. That's McDonagh. Ball into his path is a good one. Really good build-up play. Charlie Meehan had made the run. Instead McDonagh takes on the shot. It doesn't work out though. Out to the left and wide again. And well, almost a carbon copy of their last wide. Good build-up play, but the finish not quite on target.
Yeah, hopefully these missed chances don't come back to haunt them. You know, it was well worked up the pitch, plenty of space. Charlie Meehan took two players across his line, and Matthews, you know, his bit of quality, I thought he might have just settled a little bit more and taken a score off his left foot.
Fingallians go short with the kick out. Conor Grimes. Runner in front of him was Coleman Brady. Instead, it comes back. In it goes now from Nugent Byrne, and now with Killian Murphy, the centre back, looking to pick a pass. There's an extra player back there for Clontarf. That's the man wearing 15, Finn McCarrick, and he'll sweep out the loose ball with his opposite number, Brian Walser, tracking his movement. Now Clontarf trying to bring it out along their touchline. Backroom team there on the touchline on the far side, but they've overcarried possession. Ben Bulger was a little bit isolated. And now the free for Fingallians, and it's that man again, Oisin Lynch here, maybe with the chance. It looks like he's certainly sizing this one up.
Yeah, Finn McCarrick is dropping back from corner forward straight back as a +1 for Clontarf, and he did that well and really well the last day.
Now this is Oisin Lynch. He's only a yard in from the sideline. Have to go right back to the wall to get his run up. This one will drop short as well, gathered in there by the aforementioned Finn McCarrick. There was some difficulty to attach to catching that one with the pace it was coming at, but he did really well. So still a point apiece, 10 minutes gone here at Parnell Park, the Senior 2 final for 2023. The business of promotion already sealed for both of these teams, but silverware, a nice way to finish the year if they can manage it. Good run here from Matthias McDonagh, and now Kevin Lillis trying to escape the clutches of Josh Lowndes. He's done just that. It's still Lillis going. He's got the advantage. Good play, and he's won the free. Really good work from the corner forward.
Yeah, see Matthews celebrating that as well. Like, he did well to get out a bit of trouble, passed it on. Kevin, a little bit of pace, went through the gap, and a tug of a jersey. Referee had a hand up, definitely free.
So here's a good chance now for Kieran McKeown. We haven't had a point from play yet. 2 frees for either team. McKeown has kicked one for Clontarf, and Gallian's point coming from Oisin Lynch. So as expected, this one is working out to be quite a tight match so far. So the angle for McKeown, a pretty good one for a right-footed kicker. No real wind to speak of as he catches that one just about well enough to send it over the bar. His second point of the game. And Clontarf take a 2-1 lead after 11 minutes.
He's a very heavy strap in there in the left quad stroke hamstring, so I wonder, is he carrying injury coming into the game? You know, they need him for the full duration of this.
That's a great kick out from Ian O'Reilly. Picked out the run of Killian Murphy. This man was there as well, Graham O'Brien. Instead he gets involved with the second possession and now dishes that one off. Better attack this one. Is there enough power behind that one? There is. But it's to the left and wide from Lewis Nugent-Byrne. That's Fingallians' second wide of the match. Ambitious effort from distance. Clontarf's turn to go short with the kick out. Duffy finds his full back Liam Howley. And now, well, they tried to work it up that far side. They were looking for a free, Clontarf, but the referee not interested. And now Fingallians looking to punish that fairly cheap turnover. Ball comes up this right hand side. Lynch is taking this one on. Has the accuracy here, but not quite the distance. Another ambitious effort. That's maybe two shots that they might have been better advised to work it a little bit closer to goal, maybe, Paul.
Yeah, but both teams are creating scoring opportunities, but not taking them. You know, even 50% return from the chance they've had, they've been happy with. But as it turns out now, we've had a game of missed chances for both sides. Clontarf
just edging it on the scoreboard by 2-1. Yet to have her first score from play. This is Callum Ahern across as far as Shane Walsh. Now Nathan Doran. Morgan Walsh being met there by the challenge of Danny Campion. Free man is Finn McCarrick. He's trying to conduct things here from that deep lying roll just inside his own half. Callum Ahern now with a little bit of space to tear into in front of him. Back it comes to Leo Cunningham, the midfielder. Good run from the outside coming from Dara Fagan. More menace about this attack now coming on the loop. Here's the chance for Clontarf. This will be a fine score if they can get it, and they have got it. That's from the left boot of the corner forward, Kevin Lillis. And that's their first point from play. It's the game's first point from play, and Clontarf lead by 2.
Yeah, Finn McCarrick coming back allows Clontarf corner backs push forward. That's where he sits and then pushes on the number 4 to push on and add a bit of impetus into the attack. That's a fine score off his left foot.
So some breathing room now for Clontarf on the scoreboard, but a long way to go yet. Still inside the opening quarter here at Parnell Park, the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final. Looking long is Oisin Lynch, but turns down the potential pass inside. It is 3-on-2 back there with Finn McCarrick sitting in front of the full back line. Here's the cornerback Jude Lennon looking for a hand pass forward. Well, that one was read all the way by the full back for Clontarf, Liam Howley. Superb defending. Now he's caught in the middle, just a little bit isolated, and then Fingallians win the free. Conor Grimes was fouled, so they'll have the free on the 65-metre line, but not a whole lot on in front of Oisin Lynch right now. He has Coleman Brady over to his left hand side and opts to use that option. The midfielder looking up now. Again, not much on in front of him. He's turned back by Leo Cunningham and towards Oisin Lynch. Threads the ball through. This is better now. Runners off the shoulder. Campion is one of them. Then just the bounce evades him. He gets it at the second time of asking. Still there for Fingallians. Can they come away with a score? Looking for their first from play. Is this the one? From corner forward Brian Walser. The answer is no. It's another wide. 3 wides apiece now.
Yeah, the two corner forwards for Fingallians are known scorers, and they've getting very little ball into them. On that last attack, one was the receiver initially of the pass in, and the other down was the shooter towards the end of the drill.
What a marvellous take from Charlie Meehan. He watched that one all the way, attacked it with purpose, and now he's attacking with a really strong run here on the inside. Good hands this from Clontarf. McKeown has got it. A round 1 challenge, now needs help. Still Kieran McKeown. Comes back outside to Leo Cunningham. Clontarf, you feel, just growing into this match a little bit more now. Doran is taking it forward. Nice ball into space to the run of Dara Fagan. Fagan a little bit isolated over there on the far side. Eventually gets a pass back outside to Doran. McKeown is hanging out there as well. And here he is. Scoops that one up off the turf and comes inside. There's the hamstring strapping that Paul mentioned on that left leg. Here is McKeown again. Room to swing the boot at that one. McKeown didn't quite catch all of it. Under real pressure as he swung at that one. And Fingallians come away with possession again. But Clontarf will feel they've coughed up a few opportunities in this match as Coleman Brady now drives forward for Fingallians. Looking for an option here to pass it off. Lynch was close to him. Instead, over to the far side of the park. Midway through the first half, just the 1 point from play. That came from Kevin Lillis for Clontarf. Charlie Meehan's been hit off the ball there. Collided in with Danny Campion. And the referee judges that to be a Clontarf free.
Yeah, he played it very, very well. The ball was laid off. He didn't actually stand his ground. He had no intention of blocking the run. And instead, the Fingallians player actually took him out of it. Referee seeing it very clearly, and it's a good call and well played by young Meehan. The last kick out we seen was the semi-final that Brian has a big kick out, and definitely a half forward advantage, height advantage for Charlie Meehan there that he's available for those kick outs. So that's not something that we won't see once today, I don't think.
Morgan Walsh has got this one. Oh, the hand pass inside. He was looking for Shane Walsh, but didn't quite come off. Good defending from Fingallians, and now they go away. Killian Murphy dispatching this ball out to the far side, and now some more purpose about this surge forward for Fingallians. Graham O'Brien just losing possession, but gets it back again. Lynch. Two men inside. We haven't seen a whole lot of Cormac O'Neill and Sean O'Neill inside in the Fingallians full forward line as yet. Well marshalled by the Clontarf defence. Killian Murphy once more. Brady. And now Nugent Byrne has a pocket of space here, thinking about the shot, takes it on. This one is a good effort, and that one has squeezed its way over the bar with the help of the post. Lewis Nugent Byrne taking it on from distance. This time Fingallians get their score. The gap is a point. 3 points to 2, 18 minutes played. Exceptionally short kick out there from Dufficy, working out well. And now look at the space here for Nathan Doran. Clontarf getting out maybe a little bit too easily for Fingallians' liking. Long ball forward. Charlie Meehan's up there to help out. Gets the pass off Lillis. Lillis goes for the return. Meehan instead going himself. Well, he thought about the pass off. Just dragged that shot to the left and wide. 4 wides for Clontarf.
Yeah, he maybe looked for the hand pass, but as it turned out, every other player took the dummy, and it opened a little bit of space to him. Probably had another maybe second to compose and kick a score.
Long kick out coming from Ian O'Reilly out towards the middle of the park, well gathered by Oisin Lynch. Drives that one down into the full forward line. More good defending. Liam Howley has had a really good game so far at full back. Fingallians get the break though. Sean O'Neill has it now. The opportunity to run at Howley here for the first time in this match, trying to get around the defender. Again, more good defending from Liam Howley. Oh, and he's just given away the free at the very end. Tackled pretty well for the majority of that defensive effort, but just committing the foul at the very end.
I think it was maybe coming together of feet and made him fall, Sean O'Neill is the son of Paul O'Neill, played for Dublin and a number of years ago, played for Fingallians as well. A fine defender. And his son now is definitely the makings of a quality corner forward. I'd like to see him get a bit more ball. He is lively and quick on his feet. Maybe the surface is a little bit soft to take a full advantage of that, but he needs to get more ball in his hands.
Here's Lynch with this free now, trying to curl it in, and it looks like he has done it. Put it over the bar. Oisin Lynch with his second point of the match. 2 frees for him, and it's all square again. Clontarf 3 points, Fingallians 3 points. Really good free that. That wasn't an easy angle for a right-footed kicker.
It wasn't easy, and he put a little bit of a draw on it to get it over the bar. But like I said before, he's quality free taker.
Howley to Doran. And away go Clontarf again. The short kick-out's working to good effect. This is Finn McCarrick coming out from that sweeper roll. Man and acres of space in the middle. He'll be found by Callum Ahern. That is Morgan Walsh. And now Clontarf down that far side with Shane Walsh wearing that number 7 jersey. Nathan Doran Gets past the challenge of Graham O'Brien. Still Doran, help to his right hand side. Lillis has that left boot, potentially to use from that corner, but instead plays it off instead. Just a little bit too far out to shoot, you feel, for Kevin Lillis. Here's a more favourable angle, but in the end he snatched at it ever so slightly. 5 wides now for Clontarf, just creeping up a little bit after 21 minutes. They are creating the opportunities, but the conversion rate just not at what Clontarf would like right now. Well, that kick out has gone to no one in a Fingallians jersey. Charlie Meehan getting involved now in the attacking effort for Clontarf. McDonagh. Coming out on the loop is Lillis. Well, he hasn't caught that one at all. Well, it might yet work out though. 2-on-2 there competing for that one. The break scooped up by Danny Campion. And away go Fingallians again. Finally poised. Senior 2 final. Killian Murphy. As we head towards half-time, the sun re-emerging here at Parnell Park. Perfect afternoon for football. Nugent Byrne kicked a really good score a few moments ago. Oh, nice hand pass from Lynch. This has allowed Byrne get it again. He's taking it on from distance, and he was happy the moment that left his boot. Nugent Byrne with his second point for Fingallians, and they move ahead 4 points to 3.
Yeah, he's found his range. I think it was about maybe 2 yards away from when he kicked the last one. It was a fine score, celebrated well. Great hands by Oisin Lynch just to pop the pass over his shoulder to him.
And Clontarf, even though they probably had the edge in terms of general play, they've had more chances, you would feel, but they're behind on the scoreboard. 7.5 minutes to go to half time. Can they change that now before Darren Delaney sounds the whistle for the break? Here they are on the attack again, Clontarf. Charlie Meehan just inside that 45-metre line, being pursued there by Conor Grimes. Meehan has had a couple of attempts on goal already. Matthew McMahon came in support. McKeown switches it over to that far side again. Down that central channel comes Morgan Walsh. Plenty of space here for Walsh. He's still going. Still Morgan Walsh. Oh, he's overcarried it. Well, he had a couple of chances maybe there to take on a shot.
And his teammate was bursting through just off his right shoulder initially, and maybe that could have been the better option.
And now Fingallians just finding their feet here, leading on the scoreboard, and you feel a bit more comfortable in this match, leading by a point. That ball forward is a loose one though. Oisin Lynch had suggested that he might make a dart, but he had 2 players on him, and now it's with Dara Fagan for Clontarf. McKeown is getting involved here again. He'd love to take on a shot from here. McKeown will take on the shot. Has he found the range? The answer is no. It's a 6th wide for Clontarf. And again, McKeown was under pressure as he kicked that one. I think he hit the deck just after he struck it.
Yeah, they've definitely have more bodies back there to put a little bit of pressure on the shooters. Pressure's building on all players now. They do sense that they're missing chances. They're probably sensing that their key players aren't in the game, and do they have to step up and take the responsibility? But in responsibility, also have a bit of composure, that you don't take that hasty shot when you're under pressure.
Here come Fingallians, lots of space down the middle. Leo Cunningham made a good recovery run there to get in front of Josh Lowndes. But Fingallians up towards the 45-metre line. Lyons was in space there. Had he taken that pass, instead goes back to Coleman Brady. Now it is with the cornerback. Brady receives it again. Good build-up play this from Fingallians in towards that central channel. This is O'Neill. Lynch. Very congested there in the middle. Lynch is going for the return here. He's going to take on the shot. Is that going to curl? It is. That's a wonderful score and a punch in the air from Oisin Lynch. His 3rd point of the match, his first from play. And Fingallians lead by 2, 5 points to 3 after 25 minutes.
Yeah, if he had a poor game, semi-final, and he probably knew that himself, he's certainly shown a little bit of quality today, and he's by far the best player on the pitch at the moment.
That was a really sweet strike from Oisin Lynch. He's kicked 2 really good frees from the ground as well. And Fingallians in a pretty nice position now, heading towards half-time. They've got the advantage here, Clontarf. You can see the arm outstretched from Darren Delaney, but play continues. Charlie Meehan coming in from that wide position. Can they conjure something up here, Clontarf? 6 wides already. As Matthew McMahon on a foray forward, loose hand pass across, but it'll work out okay. Eventually finds its way to Leo Cunningham. Kevin Lillis, hassled and harried by two defenders. Still Lillis has kicked one good point already. Thought about the shot there, and then when he was looking for the pass inside, it was all a little bit too intricate though, and Fingallians have got it back. Nice ball out from Cillian Murphy, and now look at the space in the running from Conor Kelly, looking up here for an option. This one needs to be controlled by the corner forward, and it's not. Brian Walser was under a lot of pressure as he tried to get his hands on that one. Clontarf have it back through Morgan Walsh. Attacking down this left-hand side now, Callum Ahern, wearing number 4. Comes inside, Charlie Meehan has taken up a central position. No one really in that full forward position for Clontarf, just off screen away to our left-hand side. Instead, Finn McCarrick now taking it through as far as Leo Cunningham. Back it comes again. This is McKeown. Has had a couple of shots. Oh, that hand pass inside, not going to plan. Coleman Brady read it nicely, and now the midfielder bringing it forward for Fingallians. He's turning back, looking for some support here. Wasn't a whole lot on in front of him. And now with Cillian Murphy again. Danny Campion. The Senior 2 final for 2023. And it's Fingallians in control right now. 3 minutes to go to the break. And they lead by 2 points. 5 points to 3. They lost a group stage meeting between these sides by 1-7-7. Strong challenge coming in from Callum Ahern. It was an illegal one though, says Darren Delaney. And I think Lynch is just holding the arm up there to Ian O'Reilly to say, stay back there in your goal. And now he's been called forward.
I'd be a little bit now saying, not go for this, but you know, the clock is ticking down. You're in possession of the ball, 5-3, quality player, Oisin Lynch gets the ball, looks to retain possession, you know, and maybe work a score. You're bringing the goalkeeper up, you know, who struck one in the first maybe minute of the game. He's going to strike his second one now. This is a score that wins county finals, not sort of put an extra point at half time. It's you know, I would have just maybe sat tight and let Oisin organise it.
It's a long way out, particularly in the winter air. Drops in on the edge of the square. It's well taken as well. Is there a goal chance here? It was gathered brilliantly by Sean O'Neill, but he just couldn't get the shot away. There were too many players in the way. And Clontarf now coming out with possession. Ball in hand. Good exchange of passes, sets Callum Ahern away. Still going. Gets some support here from Morgan Walsh. Danny Campion is matching him stride for stride. Charlie Meehan. As we head towards half-time underneath the November sunshine at Parnell Park, it's Fingallians leading by 2, 5 points to 3 in the Senior 2 final. Shane Walsh. Plenty of space on the far side. There's 2 defenders though, holding up the Clontarf attack there. Dara Fagan just being outnumbered in the end and forced into the turnover because Fingallians have won the line ball.
I think, like you mentioned, you know, it's a bit of a, you know, it is a November day, it's sharp air, the ground's a little bit softer. Some of those tackles are being, when you get hit, you get stuck on the ground, and, you know, the advantage is to the defender or the tackler. And it's happened a number of times now where people are being stopped up, you know, on a hard, you know, summer's day, you get a tackle and you bounce off the tackle and you ride the tackle and you take it on. And it's the advantage of anybody that stands someone up now.
Coleman Brady bringing it forward, needs some help, and he's got a free. Arm just tugged as he made his way forward. And a free now for Fingallians. Now this one is within range, you would feel, for Oisin Lynch. He kicked one from virtually this spot, didn't he, Paul, earlier on in this half?
Yeah, and you know, he's gone through his routine. That's exactly what he should be doing. I'm surprised that a player that he's having a bit of confidence, he scored 3 already for that last free, that he didn't try and restructure. This, I think, you know, it's within his range. You know, he has a routine of holding the ball up, takes the steps back, takes a couple of breaths there. You can see him deep breaths, compose himself, and see how he strikes it.
So here is Lynch, 3 points already. Not the best strike in the world, but it's palmed on and over the bar, and they've got a point at the end of it. Fingallians, looks like the corner forward Sean O'Neill, and it is who has fisted that one over the bar.
Yeah,
and
really.
that brings the half to a close, and Fingallians in a brilliant position now. They lead by 6 points to 3 at half time. That final score coming from Sean O'Neill.
Yeah, important. Oisin tried to force that a little bit, alright, but great response and great hands to flick it over from that angle and get the score. And probably exactly what Fingallians deserved is that little bit of a lead. The game is far from over. I think they started off with their first attack, and it was a great save by Clontarf, Brian goal, and then in between there they was just a little bit more consistent with their score taking, more efficient than what Clontarf have been. They've missed a number of chances, and as we said, hopefully it doesn't go against them, and that they believe that they still have a chance here.
Yeah, 6 wides in the first half for Clontarf, and it's Fingallians leading by 6 points to 3 at the break. Let's take a check on some of the highlights from that first half, Paul, and there were plenty of them. This was the very first attack for Fingallians. You mentioned that save from Brian Duffy, and this was it. Pretty important intervention in the first play of the game. Then Oisin Lynch, where he kicked that free a couple of moments ago from virtually this position, but this one found the range in the first minute. But Clontarf probably enjoyed the better of it, certainly in the first 15 minutes. Maybe there was a hint of a goal chance there. One pass too many, perhaps. Kevin Lillis was playing the ball off. This was their first point, came from a free from Kieran McKeown. No problem from that angle for the talented full forward, and that got them up and running. This was his second point, and at that stage Clontarf in a good position. They were in an even better position after this score from Kevin Lillis. This was their only point from play in that first half. Lovely kick on the loop off that left boot. Then Fingallians really started to grow into things. This was a long range effort from Lewis Nugent Byrne. They had a couple of other efforts from long range. This one though over with the help of the post. Then it fell to Oisin Lynch to level things up with this point from a pretty difficult angle for a right-footed kicker, but just look at the beautiful curl he got on that inside the post. Then it fell again to Lewis Nugent Byrne. Another long range effort, this one sailing between the posts, and they really were motoring nicely at this point, Fingallians. And this, you could argue, was the score of the first half. That man Lynch again, 2 frees up to this point, and this was his first from play, bringing his personal tally to 3. And this was the one that finished it off. Lynch with the free, didn't catch it particularly well, but it was fisted over by Sean O'Neill, and that gives Fingallians a 3-point lead here at half-time in the Go-Ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final for 2023. We'll be back with full second half coverage very shortly indeed for you here on Dubs TV. But at half-time, it's Fingallians 6 points, Clontarf 3 points.
My first memory of GAA would probably have been in Croke Park with my father. That would be in the early 1950s.
As a young lad, brought down to watch one of my brother's matches.
Playing under 10 hurling, and I say hurling, not camogie, because I played on the boys team.
My feeling about the GAA was more a social one than a games one, because I thought it was a great way for all the kids to get to know each other.
Mum and Dad always brought us up to have each other's backs. We'd all go to each other's matches, no matter what we were doing or playing, we'd all support each other. I'm playing for the club 37 years I think now, but I also coach my 2 daughters' teams.
It's great. It really is a great feeling to have the kids down there. And now all of their friends are beginning to come from the same community and the same focus on the club, so it's a mirror of what happened to me in my childhood, I suppose.
We made more friends down the years and had more fun down the years than ever we would anywhere else.
Mum fostered that through us as well. She was chief bottle washer. She'd have jerseys upon jerseys out in the line. 3
of my offspring are married, and they met their better halves through the club.
The friends and relationships I got out of it. Looking back, that was really what the GAA was about. Community, about building relationships with people. My name is Mick Galvin.
My name is Mary Galvin.
My name is Phil Galvin, and my family roots are in St. Bridget's GAA Club.
ground force probably is the absolute heart of this club, both in their ethos, the amount of work they do, and just the pure love they have for Naomh Marnoga and the GAA in general. In simplest terms, we probably couldn't function without ground force.
I suppose the GAA was always a bit more than hitting the ball or hitting a schlitter, you know, and it gave a great sense of community to people.
I suppose at my age, fear of retirement, worried about the unknown, what am I going into a home under my wife's feet all the time or something like that, and then we just got this men's initiative started off. We feel that we're giving something back to the club that gave so much to us. We come up here on a rotary basis and line pitches, cut grass. It kind of empowers us as well if we feel valued.
We're all friends, we're all retired, we're all around the same age group. Some of us have nothing outside of our work, and ground force has been a big change for everybody from the mental well-being point of view. It's really, really important and really significant, and there is great camaraderie amongst the group.
So I think there's about 30 odd men in this initiative that comes up to the club and has a chat, and the coffee is important as well. We sort out the world, Dad.
Yeah. Or well, most of it.
Yeah.
That's what it means to me, just achievement and pride.
We met down in Fairview, and Kieran's brother was a friend of my brother's. We met through them, so when I was coming up to the Debs, I invited Kieran to my Debs. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes, so long as our firstborn child played for Vincent's. And he said, okay, grand. It's great to have our family involved as well. I suppose if the kids weren't as interested in it as we were, it'd be very tough on us.
Kieran's are playing Vincent's. The tension in the house is gas. Mum is obviously Vincent's and Dad is Kieran, so Mum always claims that she'll give John steak for dinner and she won't feed Kevin. But it's always a bit of a laugh, but I suppose no one takes it too seriously.
She had her hands full. She could have got the job as a bus driver. The amount of dropping off and picking up she did from matches around, leaving some matches early to go to another match to make sure she got the end of that, or make sure we all got the same amount of attention. There was no favourites.
It means everything. I don't know what we do without it, to be fair. We eat, drink and sleep it.
It's always through the family, like the rest of us. There's not enough supporting words, I'd say.
I know my whole life at this rate.
We're very proud parents. That's a huge achievement to have 100% of your family still playing. We're proud of them all, every one of them.
My name is Niamh Heatherton.
My name is John Heatherton. I'm Kieran Heatherton.
I'm Patsy Heatherton, and as a family,
our roots are set in the GAA.
My first memory of GAA would probably have been in Croke Park with my father. That would be in the early 1950s.
As a young lad brought down to watch one of my brother's matches.
Playing under 10 hurling, and I say hurling, not camogie, because I played on the boys team.
My feeling about the GAA was more a social one than a games one, because I thought it was a great way for all the kids to get to know each other.
Mum and Dad always brought us up to have each other's backs. We'd all go to each other's matches, and no matter what we were doing or playing, we'd all support each other. I'm playing for the club 37 years, I think now, but I also coached my two daughters' teams.
It's great. It really is a great feeling to have the kids down there. And now all of their friends are beginning to come from the same community and the same focus on the club, so it's a mirror of what happened to me in my childhood, I suppose.
We made more friends down the years and had more fun down the years than ever we would anywhere else.
Mum fostered that through us as well. She was chief bottle washer. She'd have jerseys upon jerseys out in the line.
3 of my offspring are married, and they met their better halves through the club.
The friends and relationships I got out of it. Looking back, that was really what the GAA was about. Community, about building relationships with people. My name is Mick Galvin.
My name is Mary Galvin.
My name is Phil Galvin, and my family roots are in St. Bridget's GAA Club.
Now you're very welcome back to Parnell Park. Almost set to go for the second half here of the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final between Fingallians and Clontarf. It's Fingallians leading by 6 points to 3, heading into the second 30 minutes here. Really good second 15 minutes in the first half, giving Fingallians that 3-point advantage at the break. We're just keeping an eye out to see if there are any changes at half-time. On first inspection, there doesn't look to be any fresh legs in anywhere, Paul.
Yeah, just on the far side there now.
That Charlie Meehan got down into the corner
forward.
Yeah.
And
Kieran McKeown has come out to 11, it looks like, for Clontarf. So maybe some positional changes, but in terms of personnel, it looks like it's as you were from the start of this game. Darren Delaney just waiting for his umpires to get into position, and then we'll be set to go for this second half. It's Fingallians in those white and red jerseys, playing from right to left in this second half as we watch it. Clontarf in that navy and red jersey from left to right. Good take in the middle from Leo Cunningham to get us started. Danny Campion in there tackling him, and over carry is the charge. Well, already you can see what it means to the players in the middle. Danny Campion punching the air, but that ball's been given straight away to Charlie Meehan. Clontarf on the attack with Kieran McKeown now. 2 frees in the first half. McKeown now looking for support. Fingallians did well to get some rush defence back there, but here's space inside for Lillis. Loads of time to pick the shot, and Clontarf have got the score. Really good start to the second half for them. Kevin Lillis with his second point of the game, and that makes it a 2-point match, 6 points to 4.
You know, I look at a midfielder taking a great catch for a throw up instead of that wrestling that goes on. Gives away a free, harsh enough. Then, Fingallians give it straight back to Clontarf and are punished themselves.
And now Fingallians win a free in the middle. Good work from Lewis Nugent-Byrne, who kicked 2 superb points in the first half. And that plays the free back as far as Conor Kelly. All to play for in this final. Very finely poised first half as well. Fingallians with that little bit of a spurt before the break, giving themselves some breathing room, but 2 points the margin now as Fingallians go on the attack on the far side. Jude Lennon, the cornerback, helping get things moving. Campion's in loads of space in the middle, eventually takes a hold of possession, plays it back outside. Now it's as far as Killian Murphy. He's looking up inside, maybe for a foot pass in there. Lynch is making a run in front of him. Still Killian Murphy. Nice hand pass inside, goes to the return. Oh, lovely jink. Now can he find the score? Murphy with the shot, and Murphy has got the point. Really good score from the Fingallian centre back. Kicks it from just inside the D. That's a wonderful point.
Yeah, he was fairly composed about it. There was nothing rushed. Played a lovely one too, and players stood off a little bit.
Oh, great take. And well, it looked like Cunningham had got that, just dropped before he hit the ground, but he wins the free in any case. And away go Clontarf again. Things already a little bit more open now in this second half. A point apiece, 3 points still the margin in favour of Fingallians, as Kevin Lillis, full of confidence now, 2 points already, but he's dragged this one. And it's another wide. First of the second half is 7th in all for Clontarf. You just wonder, will they rue those missed opportunities in the first half? Can see just off camera, looks like Paul Flynn warming up over there for Fingallians. Might come in for the second half. He's recovering from that facial injury he picked up earlier in this campaign against Clontarf. Jack McCaffrey, remember, not part of the Clontarf lineup today, as that loose ball is picked up by Kevin Lillis. Dara Fagan, inside it goes. A bit more sharpness to the Clontarf passing now in the last couple of moments since half-time, and Nathan Doran has got past the challenge. He'll take on the shot here. The inspirational centre back kicks that one high and over the bar. Nathan Doran cuts it down to a 2-point game again, 7 points to 5 after 33 minutes.
Nathan is a really quality player, and he's had his hands full with Oisin Lynch in a 1-to-1 during the game situation, so it's a bit of a battle on there. I think he needs to come into the game a bit more for Clontarf to really push and drive them on, both for his experience and for his quality.
Charlie Meehan read that kick out brilliantly, covered off the space. This is Kieran McKeown. Clontarf a little bit improved now since half time. Can they make it count and get themselves back onto level terms, get themselves back in front perhaps? Charlie Meehan again. Oh, that pass back's a little bit loose, and that allowed Fingallians to win it. Just a careless pass back. Cormac O'Neill was in there, But to be fair to McKeown, he's won it back for Clontarf. Plays the pass inside. Now Fingallians get the players in around the ball. Lots of red and white jerseys in there, and they've won possession. This is Cillian Murphy. He's been fouled. And it's a free for Fingallians, with both teams guilty there of a couple of cheap turnovers. But in the end, Fingallians have the free just inside their own 45-metre line. Now Murphy is clutching his head there, as you can see on your screen. Hopefully nothing too serious. He's back up and just taking some fluid on board before he takes this free. And he's okay to continue. Now needs an option here. He's arms outstretched, not a whole lot going on in terms of runs being made, but this one finds its way to Oisín Lynch. That has been a really good battle between Lynch and Nathan Doran. Was that one touched on the ground? Clontarf felt that it was, and now it may have been touched on the ground. It has. And Clontarf have the free. Waste little time in getting it away. Either Dara Fagan, surely a point scoring chance here, and Fagan has got it. Clontarf much improved since half time. It's a 1 point game, 7 points to 6 after 35 minutes.
Little errors and then being punished. That's what we're seeing at the moment. You know, you can't make mistakes. People are being asked to be a little bit more composed when ball is in hand, you know, not slipping and sliding and not dropping it, because you know, this is going to be a game of mistakes, I think.
And Clontarf pushing right up on that kick out. They've forced Fingallians into the mistake. Out over the sideline from Ian O'Reilly. Can they level it up here? Lillis with the chance to level it up. Well, you'd have backed him to get it from there. He's really frustrated with himself. You can see from his reaction. Just pushed that one across the goal. It's an 8th wide of the match for Clontarf. But there's only a point between the teams now. They trail by 3 at half time. 6 points to 3, Clontarf, but they are back to within 1. Let's see, can Fingallians get themselves more composed here and just regain control of this match. Cillian Murphy plays it out to the far side. Lewis Nugent-Byrne past one challenge. Now there's some space here. The slip just affording Fingallians a little bit more space than they might have otherwise had. Well picked up by Danny Campion. This is Coleman Brady. Is there a way through? Nugent-Byrne, Brady again. He's fouled, but the referee opts to play advantage here. Lots of time for Fingallians to try and find a way through. Oisín Lynch surely is the man to provide the spark if he can, but two players around him. Then his hand pass across looking for Cillian Murphy. It was all just a little bit too tight. Credit to Clontarf for their defending, but well, they've coughed that ball up. Well anticipated by Coleman Brady. Dishes it towards Lewis Nugent-Byrne. Both teams guilty of some mistakes in the early stages here of this second half, and then Nugent-Byrne is fouled and Fingallians have the free. That could well be a very important play, and this is a good chance for them just to regain some composure here and put 2 between the teams again.
Yeah, he made a strong run. I thought he was just slipping at the time. The hand did go over the shoulder, probably a little bit high, referee seeing that, but you know, it was a very driving, purposeful run and got us free. This is crucial now, just to compose Fingallians a bit, get that score, get that 2 points back up again, because easily they had an opportunity, Clontarf did, to go 7-all, and you know, they might rue that. Kevin, when he's taking the shots off his left foot, looks very cool and calm and a little bit nonchalant. You'd like to see him kick that with a little bit more purpose.
I think that could well be Kevin Lillis's last act in the game, because Clontarf have brought in Conor Rooney wearing number 18. And it looks like Kevin Lillis is the player to make way. Meantime, here's the free. And standing over is Oisín Lynch. Kicking that one off the turf, and Lynch makes no mistake. A big score, you feel, for Fingallians. That's Lynch's 4th point of the match, and that gives us a 2 point game, 8 points to 6. It's been a very entertaining start to the second half. Kick out now for Brian Duffy. He's picked out a good one too, all the way across. Charlie Meehan has got the second ball. Now, can they make the most of it? Clontarf still with Meehan, still Charlie Meehan. Charlie Meehan, this could be some score. Charlie Meehan off the right boot, just hung it out too far to the right, didn't curl enough. That's the third wide of the second half. 9 now for Clontarf.
Yeah, that was a kick-out strategy I mentioned beforehand. The keeper looking for that left half forward. Didn't make great contact, and it was the half back that got it. And a little bit of a late challenge. The referee might be talking to someone about that, but Charlie again, a little bit more composure. He showed great composure taking guys on, and a score that's crucial to get himself back into this game. I think if they draw a level, we've really got a game on then.
Alex Byrne has come in place for Matthew McMahon on the Clontarf team, so that's 2 new players in. Conor Rooney for Kevin Lillis and Alex Byrne for Matthew McMahon on the Clontarf team in the early stages of this second half. Fingallians leading by 2. We've got 20 minutes left to play on a lovely November afternoon. Now, really ideal playing conditions. The sun is going down, as you can tell from the long shadows being cast by the stand we're sitting on top of here in our commentary position. But perfect playing conditions as Fingallians try and take this one forward. Lewis Nugent Byrne, though, is dispossessed. Really good work from the new man in, Alex Byrne, and now away Clontarf go on the counter. Conor Rooney has got it. There's one man in on the edge of the square. That's Kieran McKeown. Here comes the ball in. McKeown has got it, looking for a runner off the shoulder. Wrapped up by a challenge illegally, says the referee. It's a free in. Now, a worry for a Clontarf point of view is the fact that McKeown has gone down in what looks like a fair bit of pain after picking up that ball, but that was a good attack. Lots of menace about it from a Clontarf point of view, and they have a good chance here from the free.
Great when you're a manager and you bring on 2 subs and both of them have an impact straight away. Both of them got involved, turned the ball over, great ball in, great hands, and I think he just took a bit of a knock, bit of a winding. So hopefully he recovers and kicks the score. And then you'd like to see Clontarf push up a little bit more on the kickouts. They know they've turned one over from Ian. He's kicked it over the sideline. But will they force their way in to get the next score? And as I said, try and get to draw level. And with 20 minutes to go, it'll be game on.
So here is Kieran McKeown. He's up off the deck and is going to take on this free. Pretty good angle for a right-footed kicker. 2 points already, 2 of them frees for Kieran McKeown. And he add a third to close us down to a 1 point gap again. McKeown sends it in with a low trajectory and over the bar. So Clontarf do get their score at the end of it all. And it's now 8 points to 7 in favour of Fingallians, but long time left to go. 12 minutes gone in the second half. O'Reilly now with this kick out. Oh, he's taken too long, says the referee. Well, he did pull back once or twice maybe from his intended target there, and had another momentum shifter you feel in favour of Clontarf.
Yeah, that's exactly what you wanted. You got to score, put the pressure on him, give him second thoughts. What he's doing, is he doing the right thing?
And Clontarf have got the ball again. Now, can they make a count and level things up here? It's the substitute Conor Rooney, wrapped up by 4-5 Fingallians defenders. He's done really well to force it out as far as Dara Fagan. Just all very congested down there, but Fagan has done brilliantly. He's inside a couple of challenges, then the hand pass, and well, the player through was fouled. That was Shane Walsh, who it looked like he'd let that ball through his hands. Here's the replay, but the referee adjudged to have been fouled as he tried to take control of it. Here it is again.
I felt he'd lost it before the contact was made. A little bit harsh there.
So here's the free in though, and this surely will level things up. Looks like there's another sub in. Morgan Walsh, the midfielder, is the player to make way for Clontarf. And they've brought in a fresh pair of legs around the middle. Wearing number 20 is Fionn Delaney. Meantime, that free has been popped over the bar by Conor Rooney. And it's all square at Parnell Park. 8 points apiece. 17 minutes left to go. Fingallians led by 3 at half time, remember. Campion coming here, they need possession and they've got it. Campion's done really well. Big collision then as that ball squirted away. Lots for the referee to keep an eye on here. In the end, it's a Fingallians free out.
I'd say it won't be long before we see Fingallians make some changes to their team as well. They've lost that lead. No fault of their own. Maybe, you give credit to Clontarf getting back into this game, but certainly you want to see Fingallians make some changes and see what they can bring in to freshen up what they're doing.
Yeah, they've certainly got a few subs warming up there on the far side, so you'd imagine they'll start to run the bench fairly soon. Here's Coleman Brady, the midfielder, bringing it across to Mick Keogh, the full-back. 8 points apiece, the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final. Both of these teams destined to play in the top tier next year regardless of today's result, but silverware on the line. And a large crowd, as you can see in the stand on the far side, watching on, roaring on their respective teams. Here come Fingallians now with the corner back. Jude Lennon, he surged through. Now met by the challenge. McKeown got a hand in, he's back there tackling. Clontarf have left just one player forward here, and that's the substitute Conor Rooney. Not a whole lot to aim at here. Charlie Meehan's chasing after this one, and Meehan has got it. And here come Clontarf now. Fingallians are wide open at the back. Should Meehan have given that ball? There was a player through the middle, but they still have it. Then the hand pass inside goes over the head of Shane Walsh. That was a big chance. A couple of times Clontarf could have sent that ball forward, you feel, with a bit more purpose, and they might have been in even for a goal.
Great tackle back by McKeown. Turned the ball over, great play on the far side. Bit Gareth Bale-esque going around off the pitch to keep it in with Charlie Meehan. And they've scuppered a chance there, big time. Ball's probably laid off earlier and a score taken.
Here come Fingallians after that let off, but Campion's ball inside doesn't quite go to hand, and Clontarf have it again. Leo Cunningham has had a good game around the middle. He's looking up for a ball inside, instead turns back around. It's becoming quite tense now at Parnell Park, increasingly frantic. Why wouldn't it? It's a championship final. We're into the final quarter now as well. Good tackling from Fingallians back on their own 45. They've won it back, but now they need to try and work it forward. This is Oisin Lynch. Just calming things down, holding on to possession. Lynch has had a really good game. 4 points, 1 from play. As Conor Grimes sees Coleman Brady in some space. Fingallians trying to find a way through. Clontarf have set up a pretty tight looking defensive unit here. They've left 2 players forward, Clontarf. Everybody else is back helping out in this defensive effort as Danny Campion takes a hold of possession. Oisin Lynch. Is there a way through for Fingallians? Well, Lynch, you feel, might be the man to punch the hole. Plays that one off. It comes back to Danny Campion again. Space here to swing the boot. Lewis Nugent Byrne. This one will drop short. He kicked a couple of great points in the first half, but this time nowhere near finding the target, and Clontarf win possession back again now. Here they come on the counter. Liam Howley. We will have extra time and penalties if this game finishes level. No replay. As Clontarf send it down the line, and just unable to control it there was Conor Rooney. Now here come the subs as expected, and 3 of them at the one time for Fingallians. So let's try and identify them for you. Looks like Derek Rogers wearing 22, Dylan Staunton wearing 18, and Dara Power wearing 17. One of the players making way, it looks like, is Lewis Nugent Byrne. Maybe Coleman Brady as well. And is there one other player set to depart the fray for Fingallians? Haven't quite identified that for you yet, but we will in due course. Is it the full forward, Cormac O'Neill? So 3 for 3. Fingallians running the bench. All to play for now, and they've got the free as well. There is one of the substitutes, Dara Power, getting involved immediately.
Certainly those 3 guys are bringing on a bit of presence. They're 6-footers, and they're going to impose themselves in the game. We're going to try and do that.
12 minutes left to go as Dara Power takes a hold of it again. Here's a first touch for Dylan Staunton. Show and go, tries to go past the challenge. Lovely power from Staunton. Now can he provide the finish here? Well, maybe he just took it on a little bit too far. Really good build-up play, but eventually Clontarf get enough challenges in. Charlie Meehan's back there helping out. Then the ball squirts loose and Clontarf cough it up. It's with Power, plays the ball across. There could be a goal on here for Fingallians. Can they finish it? It's been blocked on the line and cleared away. It's still there and it's in. A goal at the end of it all. Dara Power. He's only on the field a minute or two, but he's got what could be an all-important goal for Fingallians, and they open up a 3-point lead. 1-8 to 8 points, 11 minutes left to go. Well, it looked like Clontarf had done all the hard work there. They'd won the turnover, but then losing possession in a dangerous area.
Yeah, again, it is an error that caused the hole. They got back and defended really well, turned the ball over. Liam Mahern got back and turned the ball over really well, and to lose possession in that area, there's a good chance you're going to get punished. All right.
Oh, and Clontarf have given the ball away from the free as well. Fingallians re-energised after introducing those 3 subs. Here's one of them, Dylan Staunton. Power is in front of him. Staunton, he tried to get past the challenge, but Liam Howley has had a really good game again at full back. Then he sends the hand pass forward. It's another loose one though. It's all very frantic at Parnell Park. Clontarf have got it back eventually. Leo Cunningham slides past one challenge, then met by another, and he's overcarried the ball. Both teams guilty of some mistakes, Paul.
I'm going to say the teams that don't make the mistakes is going to win this game, not the team that does the scoring. We're getting mistake after mistake. You just want to see a little bit of composure from someone. It's like a game of tennis, except it's mistake, and then you want someone just to cool it down a bit, handle the ball well, take a player on, create a bit of space, get it to one of your own players again, and hold possession for a little bit of time, and not turn her over like that.
Here come Fingallians again. They have been reborn now after that goal from Dara Power. Ball forward towards Staunton. Good work again from Liam Howley. Got the hand in, and Clontarf win it back, but they are behind on the scoreboard as they try and build up now on their own 45-metre line. Sent forward towards Matthias McDonagh. Lynch chasing after him. Jude Lennon's in there as well. Still McDonagh looking up for a ball inside. Maybe McKeown made the dart to that far sideline, but it's still McDonagh taking it forward. Now McKeown on the loop. This would be a really good score if they could get it. Clontarf looking for the point, and they have got it. Brilliant build-up play from McDonagh and a fine kick at the end of it. Kieran McKeown's 4th point of the match, and it's a 2-point game again. 1-8 to 9 with 9 minutes left to go.
It seems like we hadn't seen Matthias for a long period of time, and then we see him then hold possession for 30 seconds, and a great score.
Now, race for the ball on the far side. Killian Murphy there for Fingallians. It's Shane Walsh for Clontarf, and credit to Killian Murphy. He's won that ball under real pressure. Superb work from the centre back. They had the advantage, but referee allows play continue. Oisin Lynch back inside his own half. Just over 8 minutes left to go at Parnell Park. This game has been as tight as we expected it to be, as Dara Power gets involved. Here's Dylan Staunton. Lynch. Campion has a pocket of space there just inside the 45. Clontarf just switching off ever so slightly. Campion plays it off. Power now down to that far corner. The cry of worker through the hands we can hear from the Fingallians backroom team. The ball threaded inside, some space in front of the full forward line. Was that touched on the ground? No, referee says it wasn't, but Brian Walser was unable to control it, and Fingallians lose possession. Clontarf have it again. Away goes Rory Good, wearing 19. He's only got one man to aim at, that's Conor Rooney. Here come the support runners. Fionn Delaney helping out, and now Good drives it down in front of Kieran McKeown. 2 defenders for company. McKeown kicked a point from a similar angle a few moments ago. He might just get a goal here. Kieran McKeown has goal on the mind. He'll try and set for the point. In the end, he gets the point, and another important score. 5 points for Kieran McKeown, and it's a 1-point game again.
I remember him in the semi-final doing something similar. He got the ball and he held it so low to the ground, as if players saying, what's this guy doing? And he saw the dummy to 2 there. It was a brilliant bit of play.
Dara Foley, wearing number 21, is in for Fingallians. So 7 minutes left to go. Pick a winner from this one. Fingallians moved 3 in front through that goal, but to be fair to Clontarf, they've hit back with a couple of points and they've brought themselves right back into this match. Fingallians retain possession. It comes forward to Conor Kelly. Power to Kelly again. Power is still there. And pass back to Cillian Murphy. Both teams know how important possession is now. Fingallians just trying to keep a hold of it and maybe take the sting out of this little mini revival from Clontarf. First touch for Dara Foley. Now Josh Lowndes. Cillian Murphy. Rounding the challenge is Dara Power. Foley again. Josh Lowndes. Well, Clontarf know they need to get the ball back. Tried to get it back through Conor Rooney, but just a little bit too robust in the challenge for the liking of Darren Delaney, our match referee. Forward it goes to Campion. Good hands under real pressure. Another foul in the middle. This time Dara Foley, the man upended. Dara Fagan applying the pressure for Clontarf. Ball forward. Staunton's trying to get a hold of it. He's under real pressure. Strong challenge again comes in from Clontarf, and they've got it back now. Can they get the score to level things up? We've got 5 minutes left to play. Forward it comes to McDonagh. McKeown is just inside underneath the crossbar. Forward it goes to Conor Rooney. Rooney's inside a challenge or two. Still there. Is there a goal on here for Clontarf? Well, the shot comes in the end. It was a scuffed effort from Shane Walsh. But that one's been cleared straight out to Clontarf again. Fionn Delaney has it. Plays it inside to Doran. Can he provide the inspiration for the leveller? And Doran has got it. Clontarf level again. It's Nathan Doran's second point of the game. And we're all square.
Yeah, it was a bit of a foot block that deflected into Ian's hands and goal. And really rushed his clearance. You know, he has to find a white jersey in that situation there, but he kicked it straight down the throat of a Clontarf player. And you know, as you said, game on now at this moment in time. Maybe the next score could be the winner.
It could well be. Very little to choose between the teams. We will have extra time and penalties, we're told, if required. So there might be a way to go yet here in this Senior 2 final. Oisin Lynch has it for Fingallians. Is there a winner? Still plenty of time. Fingallians have been turned over. Clontarf, you feel, have built up some momentum now. Great response after conceding that goal when they went 3 down, 1-8 to 8, but Clontarf with the last 3 scores. Another sub coming in here for Clontarf. Looks like Dara Fagan is the player to make way, and Senna McCann, wearing 21, is in for the closing moments of normal time at least. Silverware on the line. Who's going to take it home? Well, at the moment it's anyone's guess. Here's Nathan Doran, such an inspirational leader for Clontarf for so long, and kicking that score a few moments ago to level things up. Can he engineer something from here? Doran. First touch for Senna McCann. Drives it down into the corner. This is Conor Rooney. He's been good since coming in. He's going to take on the shot. Conor Rooney. Long range effort is over. Perfect strike. And Conor Rooney puts Clontarf in front. Well, he took his time. He sized up the angle and made no mistake. And Clontarf lead by 1 with 2.5 minutes left to play.
Yeah, players stood off him and didn't put any pressure on the shooter. He maybe looked 2 or 3 times before he eventually pulled the trigger, and it was a fine score. You know, Clontarf pressed this kick out and try and win it.
Here they are pressing up, as you say, and Rooney almost got in on the break. It was the initial touch from Alex Byrne, but now Fingallians, having led by 3, trail by 1. They've given away possession. It's been picked up by Finn McCarrick for Clontarf. Senna McCann, all very nervous, all very tense here now in Parnell Park, the Senior 2 final for 2023. Nathan Doran almost caught in possession, but he manages to wriggle his way free. Now, can he find a support runner? Has to turn back out. 90 seconds of normal time left to play, plus whatever stoppage time Darren Delaney opts to add on. Clontarf, though, in a winning position. We can see the cup on the far side glistening in the late evening sunshine here at Parnell Park. Clontarf will feel that they've got one hand on the silverware right now, but Fingallians just need a single score to send us to extra time. Now the referee has sounded the whistle here. I think there was a swinging arm. Was that coming in there? Is that the signal? And we're going to have a substitute coming in.
It's Paul Flynn coming in now.
And it is. It's Paul Flynn wearing that facial mask after that very hefty knock he took earlier on in this championship campaign. Good to see him back on the field for a start. And he'll be hoping to inspire his team here to something special in the next few minutes.
We imagine there could be maybe 2, maybe 3 minutes of injury time for a number of subs. I don't think there was really anyone down for any length of time that way. But this is all about experience. And we got players that are good handling the ball and keep possession for either team, but particularly Clontarf, as they're the ones that are leading.
Oh, Liam Howley did really well to hold on to that there for Clontarf. Now the referee has sounded the whistle for a free. Now what's the direction of the free?
Yeah, I think it was a free on Liam Howley, a hand over the shoulder.
Okay.
He's been colossal for Clontarf today. Liam Howley been really, really good and really, really strong.
Clontarf trying to work this one out. Fingallians applying the huge pressure. Flynn was diving in there with a challenge, and free for Clontarf is the end result. So we're into added time. We haven't had an indication of how long will be added on, but it's very much at the discretion of Darren Delaney. We have had a stoppage or two in the second half as Clontarf send it forward. You feel one more score might do it for them. This man kicked the point to put them in front. Conor Rooney, the substitute, down in that right corner. Can he get back out onto the left boot again? Rooney still has it. He's still going. Conor Rooney, still Conor Rooney. Oh, and he couldn't fist it over the bar. Somehow he found a way through, but just at the very end, unable to get the required lift on it to palm it over the bar. Surely another point would have won it for Clontarf, but still Fingallians alive here. Can they send us to extra time? Killian Murphy scampering after this one, just about keeps it in, and he's got a free as well. Paul Flynn has gone into the edge of the square for Fingallians, up way off camera over to our left hand side. Can they get the ball into him is the question. Clontarf by a point into the second minute of added time. Whistles come from the crowd, but Darren Delaney hasn't looked at the watch just yet as the ball finds its way towards Conor Kelly. He's looking up inside. There's a man in front of Flynn back there too. There's two on him, as Oisin Lynch has had such a good game. 4 points, kicked a really good score from play in the first half. He's been tracked here all the way by Nathan Doran. Can Clontarf hang on? Having conceded that goal in the second half, they trailed by 3 at half time. They trailed by 3 when they conceded that goal to Dara Power. But right now they're on the brink of success, but Fingallians will feel that they can get a score. Lynch, they're going to have to do it quickly. You feel time is ebbing away all the time. We've almost played 2 minutes now of the added time. Ball all the way back as far as the full-back Mick Keogh. You feel they will get one chance. Fingallians, ball down in front of the man inside, Derek Rogers. He's unable to control it, and I think the referee has signalled that's a Clontarf line ball.
Yeah, it's linesman that said the sun was straight in his eyes and he just seen blue bodies and white bodies coming out, and he didn't know who it was. It wasn't even a 50-50 pass inside. It was a pure pass, and couldn't control it at all.
Now Clontarf with this line ball. Can they keep a hold of it? Yes, they can, is the answer. Delaney does well. Good ball forward from Doran. Here is Doran again. Really good play for Clontarf, managing it well. Referee is looking at the watch now. We're still playing though. 3 minutes into added time almost. Now one more score you feel certainly would do it. McDonagh taking it down this sideline, manages to force it forward, and then a rash challenge coming in, and that could well be that. Mick Keogh coming in, and now here's the free for Clontarf. The referee has signalled, I think, that the game is over once this ball goes wide. He just kicks it wide, and that is it. And Clontarf, the champions in the go-ahead Senior 2 Football Championship. A superb second half display, having trailed by 3 at half time. They trailed by 3 midway through the second half as well when they conceded that goal. But a strong finish, and the winning score coming from Conor Rooney, giving Clontarf the silverware and the honours, and they win on a final scoreline, Paul Clark, of 12 points to a goal and 8.
Yeah, that was an exciting game, but for the purists, there was a lot of mistakes made, and mistake followed by mistake, and then in fairness to Clontarf, when he went that goal behind, they didn't seem to panic and made less mistakes and worked their scores really well to get that victory. The referee was allowing play to go on that minute and a half, 2 minutes, and it was a poor pass inside. It was cleared away. That was their last opportunity to get that score. For me, Clontarf, I look at Liam Howley was brilliant at fullback. Nathan Doran came into it when it was really mattered at centre back. Matthias again was quiet for a while and came in, was hugely important, and Kieran McKeown kicked some great scores.
Yeah, Clontarf doing enough. Fingallians will be disappointed, you feel, Paul. They were in a good position at half time, and then in the second half when they got that goal as well, but they just couldn't withstand that Clontarf surge towards the end. Yeah,
they were in control. They got the goal. They had introduced 3 big strong players, looked like to come in and do a job, and they did that. But then they didn't follow it up. They didn't back up all the bravado of getting that goal and try and hold on to it and kick on another score and go to 4 or 5 points ahead.
And they are the scenes here now at Parnell Park. We'll take a flick through some of the highlights before we bring you the presentation. But here are some of the highlights from the second half. And really, Clontarf came out of the blocks really nicely after half time. This was a kick from Kevin Lillis to get them moving. But Fingallians then down the other end. This was a fine score from the centre back, Killian Murphy, who found himself in some space and kicked a really nice point under a lot of pressure. Then Clontarf down the other end again. That was Nathan Doran finding the range. Had a really good game again at centre back, the experienced campaigner for Clontarf. Then Oisin Lynch playing this one across. These were some of the mistakes that Paul refers to. Both teams guilty of them in the second half. That free taken quickly as far as the wing forward, Dara Fagan, and that one popped over the bar, and that just helped Clontarf keep moving in the right direction. Oisin Lynch was very good for Fingallians. That was a good free from him. McKeown then down the other end. And this one from the substitute Conor Rooney, who had a good game when introduced for Clontarf. It was level at this stage, but then the goal. Somehow Clontarf kept it out initially, but then it found its way to the substitute Dara Power. No mistake from close range, but that would be Fingallians' last score of the game. Here was Kieran McKeown combining with McDonagh to kick a really good score. That started the Clontarf move. There's the low ball to the ground that Paul refers to from McKeown again. Might have been a goal on there. He settled for the point, and in the end it was an important one. Then the ball came out once more inside to Doran. This was the leveller off the left boot this time. Fine kick. And then this man, Conor Rooney, the substitute, kicking this one off the left boot, high and over the bar, and that in the end was that for Clontarf, and they are the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football champions for 2023. It's finished if you're just joining us on the scoreline of Clontarf 12 points, Fingallians a goal and 8, and you have to remember Clontarf doing that, Paul, as well, without the services today of Jack McCaffrey.
Yeah. They adjusted their team slightly, and it worked well for them. This time of year, fellas probably have thought the season is over and they're nearly thinking pre-season stuff, and unfortunately the game had dragged on a number of weeks and not being played, weather, and you had Kilmacud in the county final, you had Hordern finals here in Parnell Park, and it's great credit that the pitch is still in great condition. So early November and fellas are still playing competitive football, and I have to give great credit to both teams for pushing on, and it's tricky, it's difficult, but I have to say all credit to Clontarf. They had a game plan that that they've stuck to all campaign long. I'd say Fingallians had done their homework to try and to stop them playing their way they did, but they certainly didn't, and well done to both sets of teams.
Yep. It's Clontarf, the champions, and we'll now bring you the presentation here on Dubs TV. So stay with us for that, the presentation taking place of the Cup to Clontarf. So those the scenes here at Parnell Park as Clontarf celebrate their success here in the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football final for 2023. Our thanks to all behind the scenes here on Dubs TV today. Our thanks as well to Paul Clark on analysis, and to you at home for watching. But we sign off from Parnell Park on this November afternoon with Clontarf, the go-ahead Dublin Senior 2 football champions. It's finished Clontarf 12 points, Fingallians a goal on 8.